what God do you choose to serve? Jesus is God in the physical body, the Holy Spirit, and the threefold. However you want to put it, it's a complicated situation, and I can't really explain it. But I know that as far as the spiritual world, Jesus comes through with the Holy Spirit, and He comes through as the ultimate God, the Creator of the universe. Whether you want to say His name was Yahshua or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if He was black or white. It doesn't matter if He was in Asia and United States or whatever the land was at the time. It doesn't matter because we wasn't there. Just like we wasn't there when uh, Ulysses or Zeus or whoever these other guys and entities were, we wasn't there. We can't tell you what they did or what they didn't do. We just believe and we just know of their powers, right? So that's why it's important to know who's the influencer that's influencing you to have these thoughts, that's controlling these thoughts, because that's where the battle of the mind is. That's why I advocate for mental health, because you're always influenced by thoughts that's either good or bad, and triggers, whether you're aware of what's triggering you or not, to cause you to react to certain thoughts, certain provocations when people provoke you from spirits that's using them, from them not even being aware of what spirits they're tapping into or being entertained by or being a vessel to be used by. And we're all vessels. Different spirits come in and out, especially when you tap into the spirit world. You're an open vessel, and no longer closes. It's just like we're all cups of water, right? With no lid. The lid is because we're tapped into the spiritual world, and now we're able to be put in more water, which is the Holy Spirit, or soda, or juice, or whatever contaminates our vessel. When you don't have any spirituality, your lid is still closed, and you're still a cup of water, and nothing comes in, nothing goes out. You just don't know. So I chose this life. I came down here to have this experience, to learn these things, to help guide people the right way. Because the first decade of my life, I was learning, I was dabbling. The second decade, I was kind of like getting assurance, learning how to be different from the world, learning how to practice holiness. But also at the same time, was misleading a lot of people along the way because I wasn't sure, I wasn't confident enough. And that's a bad thing. Well, you mislead people the wrong way and you help steal their faith because they was just this close to you supposed to water in them their plants, their seeds. Sometimes we dim people light and we dry up the seeds that people have been planting in them, which is the faith of Christ. And they suddenly dry up, losing their faith because we come along with these ideologies of the world that conform to the world, or we're just like the world, and it's an open wide door that we just opened up to the sins and these addictions and everything that the world has, all these problems, right? That's why they have so many commercials with all of these pills, because they have all the solutions to all of the stress that they cause. Even then, when they offer you a solution, it comes with more problems. Like, okay, this will help with your headaches because we give you a lot of stuff to think about that's stressful. But when you take this for the headache, it's going to cause liver problems. It's going to cause lucid dreams and panic attacks. But don't worry because we got a pill for that. But when you take that pill, it's going to give you headaches. So just take both of these pills, and go a little crazy or try to manage it the best way you can. But you see what I'm getting at, right? When you don't guard your mind, you're easily influenced by these worldly things. You're easily enticed to emotionally be charged about the corruption that's going on in the world. Because I told you we have the choice to choose to do as we please, and we usually choose to do the wrong thing, especially the people in power, the people of influence, the people with authority. That's why you see our leaders of the nations just so easily influenced to do the wrong thing and uh, hurt the nations. Nepal, they just overthrew their government because they're abusing their power, they're abusing their authority. They got too egotistical and it wasn't affecting the people in the wrong way where the people are not prospering. We're supposed to be prosperous, we're supposed to be fruitful. The whole crabs in a barrel mentality that the world has today is because we don't lift each other up. And that's what the world knows about each other, whether it's from Cali or New York, wherever, right? All across the globe, the mind of the world is to be about self, do what thy will, right? Basically, a selfish way to live life. In the midst of that selfish lifestyle and mindset, we look over people who don't get to the top the way that we got to the top, or who not at the top, no matter how we got there. We just look at people like, oh, my value was more than your value, so you don't matter as a person. Meaning, I got the newest Benz and you still riding the old one, so I'm better than you. I came in first place, I'm better than you. That's what all this stuff is about, the competition, about the whole mindset. I'm the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Me, my accolades, my this, my that, whatever, right? And it what dictates who was the legend or who left a legacy, right? No. Who made real changes like Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Jesus Christ. But yeah, you could easily get caught up in his worldly ideologies and the whole selfish part of it. But that's the crab in the barrel thing because you're not lifting anybody up with you. And that's why the world stay in conflict, because that mindset. The people at the bottom who want to live righteous, who are trying to do the right thing, but the people at the top who want to keep pushing them down when they're trying to come up, and they make them feel like they have to do something corrupt to get where they're at, and play little games with their minds because they have the power to stay at the top. And then we think like, oh, maybe if I be an influencer on social media, and you kind of find out all these people is not really making it how they think they're making it, because they're scamming behind closed doors, doing the PPP loans, taking all of the government funds and spending and splurging on trips to Dubai and the stuff that's going over in Dubai and going on over there. If right? The human toilet bowls and all of that stuff they doing for a little $10,000 that they're gonna come back and spend on 2 trips and some debt. Like $10,000 is not a lot of money. $100,000 can't even really get you by for a year. It's like $100 nowadays not even really a lot. You could buy a pair of gym shoes and need some more money for taxes, right? It's like nothing's never enough, because that's the way that the world is keeping its power, and it's not by accident, it's by design. That's where discernment comes in, so you can really realize like, oh, this is the worldly way of thinking.